Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Here we go.
Brissett to throw on first. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 24. Check 24. Regular.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 79 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check three.
First down, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20. Yards. An update now from down in Houston. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Christian Kirksey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Check girls.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Landry now on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
This is Gallman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go. 50 the flag. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Brissett now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All day, every day, any day.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ricky. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Now Gallman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Wayne Gallman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Cleveland.
180!
On first down, Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
26 Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Pick 6, man. Let's get this.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. Big hold to the 30. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And all the way up to the 31-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Push him back. Push him back.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He finds Beckham complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I'm coming after you. Check it back.
We're set on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
No such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Here's Gallman. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Brissett sets to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll run it. It's Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th.
Number 53. Mike 53. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Brissett, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On play action, Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the Browns 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns get a score closer. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always Excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's get off the field, D.
Reset. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the... Final seconds. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Let's go. Let's go. First to be 3. Go.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.